wing it. We're gonna wing it.
I know how they do. Make the show.
Oh, he's tinkering. He's like such just a little here. Just a little bit more here. Oh yeah, just a little bit more here.
Remember what it was, and then when he walks away, just.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Ian would quit for the third time.
Because I'm the one listening. Fucktard, she goes.
Fucktard.
By the way, don't ever mess with my gain again. Yes, I'm talking to you, Brooks.
Gannon?
My gain.
Yeah, don't ever mess with the gain again.
Because then he's going to lose all his gains.
Don't lose your gains, brah.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
How's lifting, by the way?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
On the bottom row is what you're looking every time someone's
How's
talking.
lifting?
That's gonna be loud enough.
I don't know if you can tell, but I don't lift.
That was the next question.
That was the next YouTube view.
I know.
I was gonna look, but then he said he didn't lift, so I decided to continue
A lot of
listening.
people are surprised. Yeah.
I've actually.
Yeah. Or do you want to start off from the beginning? Or
No,
do you
people
wanna...
love this part.
All right, cool.
They live for this part.
EQ Cast, what up?
When
You know, I've been going to the
when
gym
you watch
now.
a movie, when you're done with the movie, what's the first thing you do?
Well, you see, I'm the only person in the world that watches
Rub it
all of the extra features. They make them for me.
Oh no, we watch them.
I watch every single one.
Well, I used to.
I'll get the 2-disc version.
Don't catch a lot of movies.
If I watch a movie,
Yeah, don't catch a lot of movies.
then I'm in hell.
And when
Which is actually a surprisingly better situation.
But when I got the collector's
Two?
edition Star Wars, they have
Two?
two
Oh my god. Is
two
it
two
two?
Niños.
2-year-old?
Yeah.
God help
Two.
you.
3 weeks.
2 and 3? Oosh.
Somebody this weekend
Started cussing at
tagged
him.
me and he said I'm in Katie and Chris's version of hell today, and they tagged someplace called the Hippo Zone or something like that.
Hippo Hop.
Hippo Hop. That.
I've been there.
I got the card carrying member.
I've been there, friend.
What the fuck is a hippo?
Oh man.
Well-
That's where. Oh, you don't know the hippo hat?
Imagine, I don't know what, somewhere between like 50 and 100 kids, sugared up,
Snotting.
and then allowed to do
whatever
whatever they want.
fuck they want.
Because
To
the adults
whoever
were like,
they-
I can't.
I'm
I
not
can't.
gonna even.
The collective consciousness is just too much.
Abort.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of parents that sit on the edge, like over the hill NBA players on the bench, just watching the whole game.
Yeah. The mom's like got her arms crossed. The dad's like,
Yeah, that's
I remember when I had dreams.
completely.
yeah. Can I do this another 10 years?
Can I smother the kid and get away with it?
Not a healthy attitude to have. You
Diez
just
años.
one day at a time.
No.
Don't think
India.
about 10 years from now.
That is a trippy. That's gonna keep me so distracted.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's just,
No, it's
No,
fine.
it's not.
that's the worst.
No, it's not.
So John,
Yeah.
tell us
Me.
about you.
Oh.
Which one?
I would prefer John over Johnny currently. Johnny's had his time.
Yeah.
He's had
Regular guy
15-ish
John.
episods.
Well, I guess as you highlighted, I'm from the mountains, West
Yes.
Virginia.
Round
live
West
here.
Virginia.
I'm a family man. I have
By
one
choice?
child, another coming.
No.
Yeah, you probably didn't know that. Actually,
Nope.
But
That's a big reveal,
Wait,
guys.
so do you have two and then one in
no,
the chamber?
2-year-old and another on the chamber.
Oh,
thank
don't
God.
say one in the
there will
chamber.
be no further.
That's a snipping clip, guys. That's that new
No further
hit Switch game.
chamber.
Snipper clips.
The wife goes in to deliver the kid, and you're like on the table next to her kid. Since we're just here, can we just do
Yeah.
the same thing, but like remove the balls?
I might not even take the chance. I might just like slam my
Leave?
dick in the door.
Oh.
That's a lot. That's a lot of work, though. That's a lot. That's a lot of work to get done.
Was this one a planned accordance like the previous?
You
Yeah.
cannot ask if the child was an accident.
It's on camera. It's fine.
It's not
Is she a miracle?
polite, but
Yeah, definitely.
So that's also not a bunch of
was this
jerks.
no, it was. Come on, I'm not like that reckless. Right?
He's got control over that giant pengus.
Every child is a gift.
That's
Oh.
yeah.
Except for
wonder
the
who said that
48
about,
in Hippo Land,
Yeah,
whatever.
No.
The one kid in the corner is okay because he just wants to draw. All the other kids are the worst.
Oh my God.
I just want to draw Sonic.
Jesus.
So another one on the way. So I lost John for 3 more years according to that math.
That
I'm
math.
assuming it
You're
just
smoking
continues.
meth the whole time.
You're going to do that math again. It's gonna be longer than that.
That sucks.
Well, actually,
I just figured it would double plus a year.
kind of the thing though is that I don't know for sure because a lot of what people tell you about having kids
Is a lie.
not true.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm thinking,
It's a bless-
it
No.
makes sense to me that 2 is better than 1 because
They can give someone to do. That's what you do with
well,
dogs.
Sort of like
Yeah.
just
Go
right.
do something,
Yeah.
children.
Exactly.
That one's poking the other one in the booty. Well, that's life.
That sounds like.
Oh,
you-
no, wait. Yeah,
sounds
no,
like
that was
something you
me
would
at work
do.
today. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sex.
Control.
Oh, great.
Butt
Sex.
sex, and then you take
Sex.
your thumbs and your hands like this, and you shove them up someone's butt.
Yeah, if you're curious at all, we're not gonna do any of that.
Well,
I think it's a crime.
When he leaves, it's fine.
In
Yeah.
Japan, in Japan, it's a thing that kids do to their teachers. Apparently,
It is.
they're just fine with that.
Yeah, it's a
There's
thing.
even an arcade game based around
There
this and
is.
shoving your
Actually, I'm
fingers
not
up
gonna lie
someone's
to you. That
butt.
seems like something you would do.
yeah.
At
Yeah,
age
like if
26.
it wasn't frowned on,
Yeah.
he would just be doing it.
Yeah.
We'd be like,
Right.
oh, Brooks.
That's the closest I get to intimacy. So, damn, John, you have issues with some bias on this side of the table. So I would like for you to present
Bias?
your. No, I'm just joking. Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
issue is
Yeah,
not-
nobody cares.
That's too
It's just
strong.
we don't know enough. We don't care.
It's not.
We don't
yeah.
invest our time. But what is your topic
It's
you'd
not a
like to bring to
problem.
Circle
I
Jerk
just,
today?
I came to sit with you guys and talk about an Xbox for a change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Well, we're out of here.
Hey, seriously, when you were phrasing it like that, the first thing I thought was, "Oh, he likes to Switch." Damn, but if you're talking about the Xbox, we're fine.
I was thinking, oh shit, he voted Trump.
He's already
I
invested
think
some money into the
actually,
wall.
Like out of the 3 of us, that like liking the Switch is probably the worst.
I played it.
We think.
It's
Well,
Perfect.
let me stop you right there. What did you play?
it's Breath of the Wild, the only game.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's-
Breath of the
What
Wild.
did you think?
It was weird. He kept trying to convince me that the
Do you
controller
like
was
Do you
good.
like Zelda?
Me?
Yeah.
I played Ocarina of Time. I liked it. I'm not like a huge
Oh.
Okay.
fuck, you know. But yeah, I played it and it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a game. He kept trying to convince me that the controller was comfortable.
That'll be the review on the back of the box. It was a game.
It was a game.
Yeah, and I was
Number out of number.
Yeah, number.
Apostrophe out of
Scale.
question mark.
Yeah, but it was.
Did
it
you
was
like
not
it? It
impressive.
sure was.
It sure did. Did you like it? It played.
Did you like it? How's your mom?
Yeah, it was all right. And then the weird thing is, have you guys? Nobody has seen nobody has anybody played it besides me.
I've not had
No.
it in my hand.
So
Never
the weird
touched
thing is, the dock. I see why people are scratching it. The dock is not like you put it and it clicks. You literally just drop it, and it fits itself in it.
Interesting.
It's not.
So
it's
nothing
not-
like absorbs the sides and like lifts it down.
There's
with
no
you.
rails
It's just
on
like
the
a
back. It just
No, you just
fuck it.
Like I got there and he's like, "Oh, let's put it on the TV," and I was
so
like,
if
"Whoa!"
you ask if it's in, there's nobody there to tell
No,
you. I
there's
guess.
no exact. It's like throwing a
Yeah.
hot dog down a hallway, and then it shows up. On
the
TV.
exact opposite of your life experience. We're gonna keep this big dick joke going.
right because of how the size.
Yeah. Also, it is warped.
Warped!
Leo refuses to.
Yeah, and Leo was dead. Like he was like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's
So
fine."
when someone requests to receive the picture and then them say it's not warped, but you cannot have the picture, that just makes me assume that it definitely is warped,
Yeah,
worse
Right,
than we expected.
That's the thing, right? When you run from the police,
You're black.
probably.
Oh God.
Well, I just that-
Zimmerman cast.
All right. Johnny looks similar. Really
helps.
reaching out. Very inclusive.
Microwave. Micro.
Was that not you guys?
No.
Fucking wasn't me.
It could have been the camera saying low battery. That's my assumption. Nobody
Oh,
knows.
good.
And it's off.
Well, we'll find out. Nobody cares. Somebody watches it.
Oh wow.
So yeah. I didn't want to break his heart about the whole "it's not warped" thing.
Yeah, I didn't press it either because he bought it. So.
It's the way that he said.
Battery's off.
Cool.
It's the way that he said
They don't watch it.
specifically.
It's fine.
It's not warped. He said it with the air of desperation in his voice. I was like, I don't like that.
Now we can take our clothes off.
Because
and they won't even be able
when
to
I
tell.
pointed it out, I said, "Hey, can you hold it like this for me?" And then he held it up, and then it was slightly like that, and I was like, "Oh!" I started laughing, and I was like, "It warped." I knew it, and he's like, "What?" yeah, it's a little. And then I was like, I knew it every single, like, these suck. And then he's like, oh, no, wait, no, actually, it's just fine.
It's fun.
Nice.
But it definitely was.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy though that I really only think that the only console that we have real hate for though is the Switch.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about
Xbox
the Xbox.
is like yeah.
What were you gonna
Oh,
say?
yeah,
Sorry. We really just don't like the other one.
It's too easy to go into bad Switch news. isn't
Right.
it?
Yeah.
It's just,
Everyone's
it's just-
favorite segment.
Here's what happened with this turd.
It's the only reason why we have 4 views on YouTube.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like the teacher does in elementary school. Instead
Okay.
of me telling you everything, let me ask you, what do you know about the Scorpio
6
reveal?
full teraflops.
All right.
12 gigabyte DDR5 RAM.
Yeah.
And then
if you're making a computer yourself with the similar components, if you want to make any kind of profit margin on it, you're probably in the $700 to $800
We'll get
range.
there.
there's a thing that they have that I lost the term where it helps with the
Latency.
upscaling. What's the
Super simple.
Super.
Thank you, super sampling.
Yeah.
And then
Super
it
sampling.
also has
That's a big one. That's its own
Right.
whole thing. Yeah.
but there's one more like component that's unique about it that the PlayStation does not have.
You can fuck it.
Well, it's a bigger box, so
That remains to be seen. It won't be much bigger.
Can't wait to see it in E3 because I'm assuming that.
oh yeah, people really for some reason have a fence.
See, man of my own heart right here.
Well, they can't see it
We
because the
just lost
camera's
Jenny.
off.
We just lost Jenny.
Yeah, she's gonna be
Well,
mad.
no, the thing is, people can hear the vibration.
Jenny, I'm
Hear the
sorry.
vibration.
I didn't
That's
know.
fine. She's
I'm
not.
new
She's
here.
not gonna watch it anyway. She's gonna be like, "There's someone new."
I know. I'm not a.
And she doesn't like that.
True.
The
No, I
two people in a
understand.
row have been on the show before she's been on the show too.
She'll
I'm sure
get there.
she'll
And then,
hate on that.
like, I looked at the comments, and of course, the only comment on,
Maddie and
on the
Ben.
YouTube was, "I fucking hate Ben."
So
all right,
from his
so
sheet-
there's
from
one
his
more
sheet, but tracked him
thing.
down.
What's the other like neat component about the Scorpio?
neat component.
Yeah, there's one more like thing that the PlayStation doesn't have. Don't make me look it up. I'll look stupid.
Yeah, I don't.
You
like
can
that.
dock it, and then
Take it on the
no.
go.
Well, in
Well,
native 4K, the Pro has that, but you have to have the Pro in order to get 4K support. Whereas don't all the Xbox consoles support some 4K, and then Scorpio is going to be native 4K.
Well, here's how there are a few key differences between the Xbox and the PlayStation platform.
Okay.
You have a PlayStation 4 Pro, correct?
Correct,
You have a
Amanda.
Pro.
Mhm.
Okay. I had one I borrowed one for a period of time.
Sure.
So I wanted to test it out.
And then we just did a
few-
warranty refund. And
Yeah.
just replaced.
just
Nice.
it's fine. It's no big deal.
Hey, Brandon Gentry. How you doing? Some people will
LP
get that
guy.
joke.
yeah.
All of the wrong people.
Uh,
All of the wrong people
At least
will get
Brandon
that.
didn't yell
That's-
at me for
that's
ordering
fine.
pizza,
right. Oh, so good.
or at Ben for throwing away fucking.
My takeaway from having the PlayStation 4 Pro is basically this. Whether or not it improves your experience depends on two things. Chiefly, number one, whether or not you have a TV.
Required.
If you don't have
Mhm.
a 4K TV, you're going to be missing out on a good bit of what's better about it.
And on top of that, I would also add if you don't have a 4K TV with some high dynamic range
HDR, yeah.
capability, because that's once I started Mass Effect, it allowed me to tweak what the high dynamic range settings
Right,
were,
right.
and I was like, well, obviously, if you have very little high dynamic range capability, because there's a difference between having HDR and having HDR10, which is what my TV has. Yeah, it's a prerequisite for sure.
If you remember, I don't know if you're old enough. You remember when like HD TVs started to become a thing.
When I bought my
the big
first
buzzword
station,
was contrast ratio.
correct.
It has a million to one, and the thing is there was dynamic, and what was the other one?
Static.
Constant static.
Yeah,
Static.
Dynamic contrast ratio was basically the TV maker could shift. It was sort of like, oh, I'm up here and now I'm down here, so it didn't really mean anything.
Which is but that's what the TV before this one that I've got now was, and it was a dynamic. And basically, what would happen is that the entire would dim
Yeah, right.
to take you to a low light setting, and then it would boost back up again if you went back into high.
And that
volume.
can work, and it also can
And it looks
not
like
work.
it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I can't see. I go, oh god, I'm blinded.
Right. And the other component is the games. The games have to be patched for PlayStation 4 Pro. And then since I had one, they've put out the 4.5 firmware, which has boost mode. And that adds another wrench into the equation because you have boost mode that is, and that's a toggle. So the user sets, yes, I want that, no, I don't want that. However, it's only applicable for non-patched games. So as a for instance, Fallout 4 was one of the games that I picked up to test it out on. It has been patched for Pro. So what they did was they bumped the resolution to 1440 and then super sampled it. And it definitely made a difference. However, okay, that's cool for Fallout. If the game's not patched, no change.
Plus, Fallout still
Well,
just fails.
Well, I will say this too,
loading issues.
because one of the games that I don't think was patched, and I might be wrong, would be FIFA. Because I don't think because it doesn't activate the HDR mode. I know that for a fact. But what I can say is that
Alexa, activate HDR mode.
what I can say
My
that
favorite thing about that when you talk to Alexa is it works. It like answers your question about 1 in every 10 times.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, I mean, if you wanted to just shout questions at things that can't or won't answer you, you can just get married.
true.
Oh, marriage jokes. Oh yeah, we got finally.
side,
We're
brother.
weighted.
Yeah,
2 and
I think-
2.
I think we're finally gonna have another person that's as upset about his relationship as Chris.
Well, he has to have a kid.
Oh, fair enough.
So.
But I will say this:
Legally. He likes
the
it.
resolution, the core resolution of a game like FIFA, which I don't think was patched, did not change. I will agree to that. But
Frames?
what I can say is that the even though it's not an HDR mode, you can definitely tell that the contrast pops a lot more, and that the frame rate went way up. Because like the ability to watch the game, like when you're playing FIFA,
Motion delays.
having that high res or the high refresh rate definitely. I feel like it does make a difference. Two groups of people that Brooks hates. But yeah, I think that there's perks even if it isn't.
My
patched,
question is what I was sort of getting to and didn't quite get there is FIFA Pro patched?
I don't think it is, but I almost want to.
And the thing there is that your non-pro patched games can use boost mode, but it's an either-or scenario, and you don't get to choose.
Yeah.
I'll look this up right now on my smartphone.
So that was initially one of the things that I was thinking.
So you
I
can't.
want to try Fallout in boost mode.
You would prefer the frame rate over the looks.
Because I was thinking,
Right.
wouldn't it be nice? Because I know, for instance, The Last of Us gives you the user the option.
Right.
You can
And
get,
same with
it's
Tomb Raider.
1080, 60, or
Right.
4K
And
30.
then Tomb Raider has that ability where you can focus on the frame rate, focus on the graphics, or focus on
Right.
something. But that's again
maybe
like
a
you were
blend of
saying
the two or
per.
something like that.
Yeah, because
Where
per
that
game.
most comes into play is if you're someone like me who has a 1080p screen, because the 4K mode, if the game super samples, can be helpful.
Mhm.
That it's like DVD upscalers, if you remember that.
Yeah.
It's more marketing gimmick than useful, but it does make a difference. I could tell.
Sure.
Is it like what was it? The Sega Genesis had what was that called? There's a term that they use. Not turbo
FIFA
boost.
is not pro patched.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Internet. According to what article?
GameSpot.
No, we don't trust them.
Who
Too
did you
close to the
source?
I mean, they just got a list of fucking.
No, it's fine. Nobody
But
cares.
anyways, the larger point there was
Who did I
that
source
you as a
this
user
for?
don't get to pick. If your game is pro patched,
fucking IGN?
Yes,
you will
should
not
pick
be
IGN.
using boost mode. It's not
Yeah.
part of that.
So it's a no boost zone.
And people will say, well, then don't patch the game. Well, that's not necessarily an option for a lot of games.
What first party games for Xbox this year?
FIFA isn't pro patched. Trusted source.
IGN. You literally went to IGN. I love it.
Oh.
I mean, any article writer can just.
Well-
list an
That's
article.
here. It's
I kind of want to read this real quickly.
Right.
That's fine.
words that I was using earlier.
No, you were getting ready to ask me about the first party titles.
Yeah. Have they announced any first party titles that will be patched for 4K on the Scorpio?
Mr. Brooks, here is, I think, the biggest thing about the Scorpio. It's not getting the attention because the only information that's really been put front and center right now is the specs. And that's all fine and well. The big benefit to it is that the games won't be patched per se. It will all be done at system.
Oh.
So, for instance, if
Oh,
it is an
okay,
Xbox One
okay.
game,
It will
be bumped.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. So if it's just it doesn't need to be first party, it doesn't need to be
Madden
third
25
party. Right.
launch day will
And
be
it's
boosted.
because the device inside is better than like the the waste of money that we used on that video card.
It's the benefit
GTX
of
1080 or whatever.
It's the primary benefit of Microsoft as a software company. They had the
Okay.
ability to engineer it so that, like,
Interesting.
akin to backward compatibility.
Here's
They had the ability to just say, "We'll take
Firewatch.
care
It's pro patch.
of making the
Well,
game
it's
work."
beautiful. What's
I know,
wrong with
but
that?
4K. It's just
It's
a
a
weird
4K
game
mode.
because that game.
But it's beautiful.
You buy it, you play it.
That
you
makes sense
shelve
though,
it.
because that's like a
Pretty.
I get high dynamic range, but it's like a
The way-
cell shaded almost. So it's like the
It's
idea of
very-
like taking it to 4K. It's
Well,
like
It's kind of like Borderlands games. They don't really show their age as much as other games, just because of the art style. They
Yeah,
go with.
I-
It's
I-
just kind of like that, you know.
Interesting.
anyways. I'm sorry. I don't want to shove you too far off the point.
No.
But
So-
yeah,
Point
but
That's the difference between what they're going to be able to deliver is that
And that is
And it's
all of the
shutting.
games are better, and the key thing there is that it requires
And the
no
latch turning.
effort on the part of the developer.
yeah.
That's a big deal because a lot of
That is Maddie
developers
rubbing her feet on
are
the
not,
carpet.
FIFA, for instance. Those are yearly titles. They're not going to go back and
Right.
work on. They're not going to go back.
Plus,
and
they're
patch
trying to
the
work
game.
on the great launch they're going
Right.
to have on the Switch. So
That's-
it's way more important.
I think actually FIFA has the chance to probably be one of the better selling Switch titles.
Because it goes everywhere and
Well,
it's the highest
because
selling
it's
sports game.
Let me tell you something.
Not America loves
Right.
FIFA.
The Wii and the Wii U sold like fucking crazy in Mexico.
True.
They love that
Yeah.
shit. I don't know
True.
why.
Kids like
Just love it.
kids like football, man.
Dude, it's not kids. It's like 40-year-old.
But I mean I can understand it like I can understand a perception too of like, oh, we need to make a new investment in a new TV if we get a Xbox or a PlayStation, but if we get Nintendo, we probably can plug it into the same TV we have.
The
and
game
and-
sucks, so we don't need to buy a TV. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I'm not
Which
gonna disagree.
segues nicely into the super sampling bit. The benefit there is that the Scorpio is going to render the games at 4K or whatever it ends up being, because that's going to be on a per game basis. Not
Okay.
everything's going to
But
necessarily.
it's
be
definitely
4K,
over 1080.
But they're going to ramp it up and then super scale it so that you're going to receive those benefits on a 1080p screen
Interesting.
across the board.
Mhm.
Every game, every Xbox One game, every Xbox
360
game, yeah, all of it.
Interesting.
62?
Because the device is
The backward compatible titles, yes.
Great.
But I mean, that's kind of cool
Elevated
though.
barking
I
right
like
now.
that idea that
We were just talking about him.
Thank you for dropping off the barbecue.
It's not barbecue.
It's kind of barbecue.
Well, it's the opposite of barbecue.
Thanks, you too.
It's from a barbecue restaurant.
Thank you.
But
I love you.
I feel like it all kind of speaks to.
Was he handsome?
Can I just point out how confused he looked about that?
Well,
Like, why did he
Well, yeah,
hand the
there's,
food down
uh,
to me like I'm down
He
here?
did. He
That was
did
very
hide it
awkward.
to you like you're a
why are
midget.
you-
He was
was very
probably
awkward.
like nervous about walking in on a beheading.
Yeah.
he said, "I'm not ready to see this today. It's only Thursday."
Oh, not today.
He's
man.
like,
Nope.
He's like,
I'm out.
Dude, is that a hijab?
But I feel like this all kind of speaks to the point that I was making when we were talking about a Scorpio the first time, is that the way that they're going to set themselves apart is to invest more on the hardware end, where they're capable of doing all this stuff natively, right? And just saying we're literally the best graphical experience that you're going to get out of gaming right now, or out of console gaming right now.
Right.
Which, it's a cool move. I like it.
And the key thing there is they have the ability to, once they've given themselves the headroom with the hardware, they can engineer the software
Yep.
to do some good stuff.
Do you think that's why they've held a lot of their titles?
Well,
Because they haven't. This first half of the year was Halo Wars and
Yeah.
I can't
not
honestly
much.
think of anything else.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing-
worthy.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a ton of games that come out.
Yeah, but I
nothing anybody
I
cares
fully
about.
expect it to be like, all right, E3. Here's what the Scorpio looks like. It's now called the, and then
What would you like it to be called?
The one rumor that I saw that made the most sense was Xbox One X. It's
One-
going to absolutely have to be called Xbox One.
Okay.
That's going to have to be in the name.
Okay.
because
to keep from market
otherwise
confusion.
people, is this a new thing? And
Yeah,
no,
people are
it's
gonna
not
come
new.
to GameStop and
Right.
be like, "Can I play this on my?"
If it's called not Xbox One, employees are going to be killing themselves everywhere. 'Cause,
Well, that
let's
happens.
have that.
Sorry, happened.
Yeah,
already,
that's, that
What,
stock
what's
price
wrong with
though.
calling it the N word? The next big thing is what the N word would be.
Next.
I don't.
The big
Doesn't
black
exactly.
thing.
What color will it
the
be?
key thing with the
Do you
marketing,
think it'll be black?
the branding, that's a good question, and I sort of hope it's not. But
I want it to be
Because the
that's
credit score
something-
would be
vomit.
lower.
I don't think
Green.
anybody has given. Haven't been any credible leaks on what it looks like
A
yet.
They
clear
just show
acrylic
the weird little
box.
picture of the internals.
They
there.
showed all the internals.
Yeah,
right?
like my computer.
That's cool.
Water cooled,
Right.
Yeah.
by the way.
That thing is it's got
Look at that
custom
beast.
air
Look at that beast.
inflow,
Uh-huh.
whatever.
That's
That's
a
what
hard
it'll look
mod.
like.
That's a hard mod.
Oh,
We used
yeah.
to call that. You remember hard OCP?
No, I don't.
You're probably too young.
I am too young.
Yeah.
Look what I'm dealing with on a
you're
day-to-day
like
basis.
fucking 8 years, 7 and some months older.
Ah, Jesus Christ. There's an odd chance that, like, if this was caveman times, that there is a possibility that, like, I could have conceived him if it was caveman times. Like, just hit puberty.
Yeah. Like
Just
it's
has sex with a
biologically a possibility.
Just
Yeah.
hit puberty.
Or
Wow.
man, which
Yeah. Okay.
back then nobody, it's not specific.
I don't
So
like, I don't
what-
like this idea of you keep saying.
What
'cause you said
about-
it several times,
what
I'm
about-
gonna be your
We got to
guy.
get back to the exclusives. Though.
It's reality.
Yeah, what do you think this will do for Xbox, in your personal opinion? That no one can have a
That's sort of a loaded question,
option.
and the answer to it depends on what you mean. What is it going to do for who?
Let me, if I could, Brooks, rephrase the question.
I will not let him.
If Chris, all right, then fine. If I was to rephrase the question, then basically I would
It would
rephrase
look
it
something
as,
like this.
how is it going to be a market differentiator for Microsoft?
Well, as you know, I'm an expert on that.
Mm-hmm.
X.
My amateur guess is that it won't make a big difference in any kind of. It's the platform is basically what they're saying is we're going to build boxes that play quote unquote all of our games.
Mhm.
So they're adding in 360 stuff going back. There's talk about the original Xbox titles maybe, but
Ooh,
that's
Brute
not
Force.
that's not
Fight Club.
that is not official
Matrix.
or even teased in
Ooh.
any official way.
Right?
The Matrix game was so good.
Oh, Battlefront.
It's kind of evolving to be like Windows is as a gaming platform.
So it's a
and
computer.
to a degree. They're actually
Yes.
well, they're starting to mold.
Right,
You
because
know,
I know that the UI is
Xbox
like
and
all
Windows
right,
together.
right,
Yeah.
and then games play on both.
Speaking of which, remember for the 4 ways how I had to create a profile or whatever?
Yeah.
I checked the other day and for some reason it's on my computer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know how it got on.
Email.
That's the cloud, dude.
Jesus.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and it's like, welcome, Jerky Johnny. And I was like, whoa.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
else do you know?
So,
Cortana. Oh.
a Microsoft game.
Mhm.
Where what games can you get through purely Microsoft Digital? Not through like Steam or
You mean on Windows?
yeah, sorry.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not much of a PC gamer myself these days.
Okay.
So the answer is I don't know. I would guess not much.
No.
Johnny's probably more.
Well, I've never. The only
Able to
platform
answer
I
that.
use is Steam.
Yeah.
Like any
It's
other
the
distribution
platform.
is just shitty.
Anything that comes out on not Steam, everyone's reaction is be better on Steam.
Exactly. I should put this on Steam. You
Yeah.
would have sold a lot more.
I remember what Uplay and Origin are the other two. major-
Uplay and Origin are the worst,
and they're the worst.
and it's all
That's the bottom of the bin.
advertisements. You
Yeah,
sign
I
into a
know.
game and it's like, hey, you want to buy some
Uplay
Ubisoft
Uplay,
points?
yeah.
Like
Sounds.
because they sort of wrangled that in with with the
So-
Far Cry games on the consoles.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude.
And then
Right.
Origins is like when it works, it's literally the worst. Servers are always going down. I remember the most stable server they had was the Antarctica server, and if you just set your location in Antarctica, it ran perfectly.
By
Also,
yourself.
that's also yeah. That's also how you like pirate games. Like, no one's checking up on the Antarctica server.
And there's one
Yeah,
poor
they figure
Russian
out
scientist.
that's where you are.
Yeah.
Dude,
You can fucking
You
have
need
it.
it.
Yeah.
There's one
Playing
guy
with
out in
some
freaking
penguins.
Antarctica. And all he wants to do is just stream a game through Origin.
Yeah, he's like, I
and
just
everybody's
want to
eating
play
his,
Assassin's Creed 2, please.
and everybody's eating
Or no,
up his
that's not a
bandwidth.
EA.
Ugh.
What comes out? SimCity.
I just want to play Sim. Oh God! Remember when SimCity first, the newest one came online, and the whole fucking shit show with that?
Can you build igloos?
Can you?
It's just like my life.
Yeah, just like
My life.
This is all I do.
Instead of people, you have penguins that leave every fucking
Penguins.
winter or whatever.
As far as
Winter
the
is
exclusive
coming.
game goes,
Yeah.
that's sort of an interesting thing. I find that a lot of people get really hung up on that, and my retort, if
Response.
you call it that, is simply,
I'll allow
I
it.
don't know and I don't care. Which sounds dismissive, but the truth of the matter is that, when I got my PlayStation 4 Pro, I have not like a ton of games, but, a few over the years.
Right.
I played Rocket League and Fallout.
Right. What would be your guess on how many times you switched back and forth since 2013?
Well,
I know it's a lot.
Our
It's going to be
microphones are
pretty
touching.
impressive. I know, that's why I said it was so cute.
Yeah, I actually saw a report that itemized that for me.
Shout out to
The
Brandon.
answer,
Oh,
the
yeah.
answer is, I would say 6.
I thought it was higher than that. I thought you'd busted double digits. But you had multiple at the same time, and then you got
Yeah.
rid of one, but you still...
One and then
okay.
the other, one and then
Right,
the
right,
other.
right, right, right.
And the truth of the matter is that it also depends on your situation, because I think if you are the kind of person that takes gaming a little more seriously than I do, it's going to change what you want out of it.
PC.
For instance, yeah, no, that's legitimate,
that's the
because if you're like a big fan of StarCraft,
Yes.
that's
You never play StarCraft.
No, I'm
it
saying if you're a big
changes-
fan of
I thought
StarCraft,
it changes.
Yeah,
I thought you were
what
you have no
you
choice.
want
I
out
thought
of
you
a
were doing
gaming
the Brooks
machine.
like, I don't know, so don't even
If
fucking
you
explain it.
love what Naughty
so
Dog's
Brooks.
doing,
Right.
the choice is
Yeah.
made for you. Remember when you were like, hey, let's order wings. What size do they have? Medium. Is that what you want? Because it's medium or you're not getting them. Same kind
Right.
of thing.
Yep.
Shout out to Wings.
But,
They're right there.
Shout out to Medium.
and anybody who tells you that the exclusive game lineup
Hello.
is better on Xbox is probably lying to you, or
Ian.
they have very specific, like, man, I love Forza.
That's exactly the example
Love
I was
it.
going with.
Love it.
Yep.
I love it. I don't even like racing that much, but I love Forza.
I know, right?
Horizon, particularly. 'cause
Horizon?
I'm like, oh,
Open
sweet. Yeah, I just go
land
drive
and-
around Australia. It's great.
Right. Kangaroo, cranky.
Don't
And then
start.
people say, well, but you can get that on PC. And that's true.
Right.
Oh God, but you can't play with that on a keyboard.
Right. I wanna like sit in my seat.
Maybe
on my
listen to
TV,
a
and
bunch
play
of
on my
jerks
Xbox
and-
with my Xbox friends,
Right.
and
Tell
chat
them about a
about the
bunch of
day
jerks.
and play Forza.
What
Okay,
of
why not
what do you?
podcasts?
So you borrowed the PS4 for a hot minute. What are you currently on?
Currently on like just Xbox One.
Okay.
Yes.
And then so
Yeah.
what was the reason that you went for the S?
The primary reason is because it's new, right?
Right.
It's shiny.
Right.
Who doesn't love the
Right.
shiny new one?
I
Right?
can respect
Right.
that.
I like how honest you are.
No,
about it.
but the truth of the matter is, it has
Part of the
a
reason why I got the
Explaining to
specific-
your wife,
it
it'll
has-
save space on the counter. She's like, really?
You're joking, but
But
the
that's
Xbox
literally-
One S doesn't have a power brick,
Right.
and that is amazing.
Right.
It is.
To not have to deal with the power
That's
brick.
one of the things that surprised me about the PS4 when you bought it for me. I was like, oh no, I'm
That's
missing a
adorable.
wire, of course. But it was still broken the first one anyway.
Um,
the HDMI port was a fuck.
Yeah, you can suck a wing.
It also is like
Oh, I wasn't
visually,
saying
it
was
looks
you.
nicer. It
It was
runs
fucking
It
figured.
was
a
shoe
little
hay.
quieter. It's just iterative hardware. It's
Right.
just a little bit
So,
better.
do you see yourself day one picking up this new device, regardless of
For
price?
Sure, for sure.
Okay.
Well,
Because
when you
of-
say
yeah.
regardless of price, there is a line.
What's the price point where you say, hold up though?
I'm assuming
Right.
they drop this at $4.99.
There is a line.
I'm
Like
assuming they drop it at $4.99.
I also
go original price.
I agree. I think
and match it.
$4.99 makes the most sense.
Oof, I
And
don't know.
it's $249 for a new S right now, or is it $299?
Well, that's one of those things where it's like, it's on sale temporarily forever.
Right, for the
So
entire summer.
I think
Thanks, shout out to
officially it's
GameStop.
$2.99, but it's routinely available.
So,
$2.49.
but
They
With
have to
gaming.
cross through it.
yeah.
But if you look through the component parts, like if that's right, if they're not right at cost at that price point, they're below cost. They're
Right.
not. This is not going to be a source of revenue. So how are they like?
That's typical.
But that's
typical in
but that's the thing
hardware.
is like after what, only like 6 months or something like that, PlayStation 4 sales were generating revenue. So I feel like with these kind of component parts,
The primary
I don't
piece
know,
to that
everything's
is
getting
the more
cheaper.
you're selling, the more
Right.
you're making, because you can buy your parts in bigger
Yeah.
batches, and then
Mhm.
your margins are
Right.
better.
Shout out to Amazon.
But when you're posturing this as a
Everybody feel that.
high-end product, a high-end version, like you're not going to get that volume. So I just kind of feel like it's like,
Yeah, I would agree with
I-
that.
part-
They're not positioning it as a we want everyone to have.
yeah,
it.
exactly.
So-
So when that's the case, it's like,
who
aren't you guys like? I would
who is
be-
their target audience?
Yeah,
PlayStation 4 owners?
No, definitely not.
no, they're lost.
Xbox One owners?
Well, it depends on what you mean by when you say PlayStation 4 owners, because it's kind of getting back to that thing where you are a PlayStation 4 owner, but
Right.
so is, so am I
Obama.
sometimes, right?
Right.
So there are different grades there.
Well, hoping-
It's what it's meant to appeal to is the people who
I
take
love the Switch.
playing on the Xbox pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: who was the PlayStation 4 Pro for when it was
Chris.
launching?
Right.
Who's the target audience for that?
It's
Not
basically-
everyone that has a PlayStation
Right.
4, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Do you
right.
have
right.
one?
No.
Well,
Right.
I have 4.
Shut up.
I ripped out their hard
That
drives
is-
and put them in my closet.
that's about the right amount. Yeah.
Oh man.
I-
So you would. So if it's $6.99, honestly, they're not going to sell it at $6.99. That would be.
I don't think
That
so.
would
that
be
would be
so
crazy.
stupid. There'd be no way
I
they'd
could
get
see,
away with
but
it.
I could see $5.99.
No.
No.
$600. People would be saying $600.
They're already posturing it.
They don't
as
care about the
high
internals.
end.
They know it's the high end, but I don't feel like mom going in there is like, why would I spend $600? Well, it's got 6 teraflops.
Well,
And then the dude's like,
Stop
Here's-
mentioning the flops.
that's what they keep mentioning.
what you're up against here is consumer expectation. How much is a video game?
$60.
$60. How long has that been the case?
Wow, 12 years.
Right. So that's pretty much when you're reading up about Neo. You're
Mhm.
like, man, that game's coming out pretty soon. Can't wait. In your mind, you're like, I'm ready to drop $60 on that.
Right.
If they come out and say it's 80, you're like,
What does this
huh,
have?
What?
Mhm.
Why?
Right. Like,
$500 is what people have in their mind for how much a video game console costs. If it's north of that, people
But
are
that's-
gonna have like.
but that's
they're
my-
gonna
my
recoil.
point is
it
that-
can't be more than $500.
I think that a lot of the communication that they're putting out there is clearly that this is going to be this is the most powerful console ever made. Full stop.
If you guys
So-
are planning to make it more than 500, don't.
That's what I'm. That's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
you're
I think,
watching
I think
/
that
listening.
I think
Yeah.
The
that-
still image.
Don't do
Philly
it.
Spence.
Don't
Come
do
on,
it.
Philly.
But that's what I'm
whoever
saying
needs
is
to
like
be told.
I'm not saying that I think that's going to happen, but I'm saying I could easily see it. I think it is a possibility that it could drop anywhere from $5.99 to $7.
And that's the last thing, because right now, at least Xbox just isn't getting dumped on like they have for the past couple of years. Well, PlayStation does this. Well, PlayStation does that. Now it's like Switch is trash, and then Xbox is just kind of hiding in the corner, like he doesn't see me. He doesn't see me. He doesn't see me. Oh, he didn't see me. Okay, he didn't see me. And then I feel like that's kind of what they're doing
But
right
that's
now.
what-
If they pop out and be like, $650, buy our awesome thing, get a new job. Remember what happened with PlayStation? People were disgusted.
But that's the thing is they're doing that with the Pro right now. With PlayStation is where they're saying you don't need this.
No,
You-
but it
you
also
don't-
launched at the PS4's original price because
Right.
people were like, "That's how much."
Yep.
But they didn't say
PlayStation
this.
costs.
This isn't a game changer. They never advertised it as a game changer. They said if you want 4K capability, but Microsoft is launching this as a game changer.
I hear what you're saying, and I
So-
respectfully disagree.
But
It
that's what I'm saying is like part of me wants to
I
be
don't
like,
see a possibility.
What have they done vocally at events talking about this device?
nothing.
Flop.
Nothing yet, right?
Yeah,
Right.
They're keeping real quiet. Yeah.
I
So
thought it was a pretty
who-
smart move to let Digital Foundry
Totally agree.
Drop
talk
the-
to people about the specs, because
Totally agree.
that's a, for better or
Reputable.
worse, whatever your personal thoughts on them are, they are a respected entity
Outlet.
in tearing hardware.
They're
And
like
also-
the
yeah, and it's
IGN of
also
hardware.
they're talking directly to their audience for this product.
It makes sense because they know that someone who has a following and understands the technical stuff, and more importantly understands how to talk to people. It's easier for you to say, hey, you guys know how to explain what this is to people, so why don't you go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Mm.
And it also prevents them from coming out and saying something stupid that doesn't matter or make sense. Remember, TV, whatever.
Right.
That doesn't
ESPN,
resonate.
sports.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all
Hmm.
fine and well and valuable, but that's not what the audience was looking for.
And that's why Philly came in and changed it.
Right.
Interesting.
The thing is that they haven't done their official stuff yet.
Right.
They're pretty much, from what I'm made to understand, holding it for their.
They
for
have their
conference.
own day now, right?
Yeah, they're doing it on Sunday.
Sunday. That's that's the only person on Sunday. Because I know
I
Bethesda
think
had.
Bethesda's doing Sunday.
Okay,
as
because I
well.
know they had pulled the Sunday as well.
Possible, yeah.
Now
What,
E3
what
is a
day is
whole.
June 11th? Alexa, what day?
Alexa, what day is June 11th?
June 11th, 2017 will be a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Alexa.
that's 2 answered questions.
On fire.
So yeah, they're both on Sunday.
Nice. Okay. Cool. What do you want to see after they drop the info on the console? Do you want them to just like drop Mike there with a awesome price point?
I'm less interested in like a mic drop moment.
Okay.
Like the Verizon commercial. Like, I don't need the showmanship. I just want to know what it is.
Right.
I want to know what my benefits are. And I have kind of
Unlike
an
the
idea.
Sony release where it wasn't a mic drop because nobody understood what they were talking about in that entire
You're talking
thing.
about for the Pro?
Yeah, that was terrible.
I remember
bad
watching
conference.
that because I
just
was like,
dying. It was the same day as
I'm
Apple
interested.
because it was
Yeah.
supposed to be a hype day, and then
Yeah.
Apple, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound like that benefit of a phone, and then it was like, PlayStation, oh, that doesn't sound. What happened? It was supposed to be amazing.
See, that's the benefit of letting technical people understand and convey the technical things.
Right? Because Cerny's awesome, but
by
him
the way-
talking about it, whoa.
I'm like one of 2 people who enjoy.
I-
Tell me about this experience.
Right. I tune in and watch all of these E3 pressers, and
Mhm.
the vast majority of them are like, really, it's like eye roll. It's like overproduced.
Right.
You have the girl come out and say, "Yeah, this is an achievement on
Right.
stage at E3," and you're like, "Well, sure it is. That's what it."
Which is why we all look back fondly
That's
with
not
that
a big
PS.
deal.
That
The PS4 one last year.
Yeah, when it was just like, all right, y'all don't like this.
Trailer,
Fine.
music, trailer, music, trailer, music.
And that's all they did.
Ooh, double
Perfect.
delivery. I
Double.
can't wait.
This is weird.
Nope.
We forgot to give you the drinks.
Is that Thai?
No, this is the police acting on the hot tip from the delivery guy.
Tips.
Oh, that's not us. What who are you looking
Wait, James?
Not
We
here.
don't have a James.
Oh.
But we can take the food.
What?
Don't tell James!
What did James order?
for? The address?
Let's not send the man away until he sees what he's got for
Like,
us.
maybe it is it 1017? You guys have 1017?
Oh, this is 18. You have to go, I think.
To the other neighborhood.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This is Food Delivery Cast, where we have multiple orders placed, and we see who gets here first.
We won because ours is here.
We did.
So.
That's true.
Thanks,
He's
Alexa.
looking. He's looking for a man named
I love you.
James.
What I want to know that I don't know is what it looks like and how much it costs.
Okay.
Because the rest of it I think I have a
Show
pretty
the
good
damn
grasp on.
box.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not like
VCR.
what it looks like is going to determine whether
No,
I want
but-
one or not, but I do want to know what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because it was cool when we saw the launch PS4. I was like, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
When we saw the
Yeah.
launch Xbox, we were like, oh, I think it's thick.
People, yeah.
Like the milkshakes.
Again, going back to when we were kids, Oh man, Betamax. Oof.
Yeah,
Right.
I was okay with it, but
Fuck.
it was less appealing.
Well, we were
My
both
mom
still
would
day
not.
one members, so I obviously didn't
My
care.
mom would not let my dad take.
That was a good day.
Like when
Yeah,
we moved
both of
houses,
those
she's
days
like,
were
"You gotta
good.
throw that out."
Good month. That
Nobody
was
plays
great.
fucking
Good
Betamax.
stuff.
Yeah. Hoish.
Oh.
Okay, so Chris, what do you care? Do you want to do this Xbox thing?
No.
Ever?
The,
What would pull you? A good price point
just
with
don't,
an
they just don't have
awesome lineup?
All my friends are on PlayStation. The only games that I miss
Shout out
that
to
I
John.
can't play right now is Forza. Like I think that's the only one is Forza. And I wish I could have Forza. And that's the thing is like Gran Turismo isn't the same. As you well know.
No, they're not.
Half the fun of Forza is just like the kind of customization.
Pissing around.
Yeah, pissing around, exactly. Spending an
Exactly.
entire day
Just right
doing
out there.
I literally spent an entire weekend actually replicating the Formula One paint job on a Ferrari
Nice.
inside
Yeah.
of Forza.
Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid. Why am I wasting so much time on this? But it was so much fun. God damn. It was,
This is stupid, but I'm enjoying it. It's
Yeah.
like me in a nutshell.
yeah, but
Nobody can tell me what to do.
but Gran Turismo is all about
I'm in
like,
charge of this, at
oh
least.
man, I better move in the camber on my front wheels 0.01
Yeah,
degrees.
right.
Oh come on.
Well,
man.
if you don't, you're not going to get that nice inertia rep on the.
But I
Filter
completely get what
fish.
you're saying because that's my opinion
Catfishing.
in the other direction.
Yeah, it's like I mean,
it's not that like it isn't fun or good. Like people are like, PC gaming. Do you want to do it? I don't. It's not because I wouldn't enjoy it because I'm sure I would.
Sure.
But it's just that.
Investment over time.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it's like
How many balls do you want in the air?
exactly. And if you really want to
Triple
play
cast.
any of
You're-
those,
You're not gonna say anything.
I'm just.
I set him up, and he did nothing with it.
it was an airball alley-oop.
Scoop.
But like, yeah, it's like if you really, really want to play Horizon Zero Dawn or some other first
Great
party
game.
where it plays.
I
I heard someone call it the other day a religious experience on PS4 Pro.
So good.
I can't really disagree with
It's
that.
like
it
it
looks
stays
amazing. On PS4.
It
stiff.
does.
Until you hit the
But
standby
like, if you really
button.
want to play one of those, you could probably get your friend to let you borrow his PS4, play the one or two games you want to play, give it right back.
Yeah, I remember back when Last of Us came out, I told people to sell blood so they can play Last of Us. It's got to be one of those things that you have to do.
And by the way, that's another thing that I sort of like mentioned in passing, but want to bring up. The Xbox One exclusive game library includes a very large and growing number of Xbox 360 games, and I understand that many people have the attitude of, well, those are old games and I don't care.
Right.
And that's a valid viewpoint to have. I understand that completely because
Right.
I think that about some of the things from my distant past in
Sure.
gaming. But I got to tell you, it was really sweet to install Far Cry 3 the other day
Oh my
and
God,
just
it's
load
such a
that
good
back
game.
up. And by the way, it plays way better on the Xbox One than it ever did on
Nice.
the 360.
Mm.
It's a pretty solid 30 frames, and it did not used to be.
Right.
No, it did not.
Such a good game.
And I don't know if you all follow the news, probably not. Earlier
Tell
today,
us.
Black Ops 2 is backward compatible.
Oh,
I saw the picture you sent me.
Yeah, that's a
That's a big win.
care as much about that.
But that's where more
A
people
lot of
are
people are gonna
playing.
be
a
like,
ton of
yeah.
people who are like,
Right.
ready to get into that.
Yeah.
The benefit is that once you reintroduce it into the pool of Xbox One owners,
It's a new game.
it's a new game. Yeah,
Right.
because the online community immediately explodes.
Right.
Mhm.
It doesn't stick
They
around.
do that. Each one of those backwards compatible releases is like a giant, awesome release.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's because those are proven games too, which is interesting.
Mhm.
Some of them I like play routinely, like the Orange Box, for
Right.
instance. I could still play that a lot.
Right.
Love the orange
Team
box.
Team
Right.
Fortress aged so well. God damn.
Dude,
And
And then so when the
I know this is gonna be typical Johnny, but have you played Team Fortress on the PC? It is.
it's not the same game.
It is not the same game
It's
at
not.
all, but it's so good.
No, I played it.
I have.
Fucking love it.
Which, by the way,
I've never played it,
last time I played
obviously.
it on PC was Battle Brew.
really? Oh. Yeah, it's such a good.
Fucking love
I
that
played
game.
it when it
we're the official podcast about
came
Homeroom.
out.
Can't say that.
You got the email right?
Yeah, they're like.
Validated.
They told me.
No, it's
they're
official.
Like, you,
Yeah.
you marketed.
You
They're like,
named on the yeah, of
you
course.
contacted the marketing department. We don't want to market. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, no, you got to send it to the gaming guy. I was like, can you do that for me? And they're like, yeah, but you can't email him. I was like, why not? Well, you got to pick up his card.
You gotta tweet at him.
I was like,
You gotta go
okay.
kiss the ring, probably.
Yeah,
Which we
and I
might,
was like,
we might
well,
just have to do that on a Saturday. Go down there early.
That's what I was thinking.
Just banging out
Why not?
right in
I'll
front of
jerk,
us.
I'll jerk him off.
Right.
I was gonna actually bring
Or
like
her.
a presentation for them and dress sharply. And then
Sharp.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Get down on my knees and fucking beg.
Gargle.
Dude,
Gargle.
Even if we just go hang out and just do an episode from
See,
there.
Have you ever gone to this Battle and Brew that they speak of?
No.
Have you heard of it?
not?
I haven't
I've heard
either.
of it.
Did you go to
plenty
the
of
old
times.
location?
pretty good.
Have you gone to the old location or neither of the locations?
He's
No,
never
yeah,
just said
it's
one out.
Same.
it's worth your time.
Well,
It really is.
this is his first night out in 2 years, so
Yeah.
give him a break.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is worth my time.
Thanks for making it worse, you jerk.
Explain it to me who
So-
doesn't know what it is.
Bar,
Even though I
restaurant,
do,
you can play video games.
And they have and it's like, you know how like
And they have-
Compare it to something I think most people are probably somewhat familiar with, Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's,
Totally different.
but
I'd
with
say.
Nude.
actual games.
Instead of
So
skee-ball.
you have consoles, you have nice couches, like
skee-ball's
I
not
love
great.
skee ball. I was about to say that's one of the best.
That's-
Whoever created
Matt's
that,
a
throw
love
the
skee ball.
ball in a
It's a
bucket.
hole.
She's peeking over the shit on the counter, and she's like, "Ski ball."
Yeah.
But like
You know
they
what?
have
I got my balls with me.
they have large, comfortable couches in front of
Custom.
like 8
Perfectly weighted.
large screen TVs where you can play console games.
Hey,
Then they also have 3 places where you can play PC games, and there's just towers of the PCs and then monitor stations that
it's
go
got
all the way
a
around
poop
it.
bucket over there.
And
for-
then basically, yeah,
You ding the bell around with the shit. Yeah.
bathroom.
Oh,
But it's
man.
but it's like it's
It's
really
like super
it's
sweaty
really
over
cool.
there,
And,
and, a
like I
fan
went there
and-
on a Friday, and like the energy of just a bunch of people playing console games and having fun
And
and playing
Catan.
and playing like they
So
were
good.
a lot of them were playing
So good.
Smash, and they were just having a great freaking time. I was like, this is
And
awesome.
not only that, when you're waiting for your fucking tape or your couch to open up or whatever, because you have a reservation,
Yeah,
you can
that
order
was gonna
food.
be my question was, is it like a reservation?
You
Yeah,
got
you
you
can-
got
to
you got
on
get
weekends
reservations.
reservation, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can order like food and then sit at one of their tables, and they got all sorts of card games, board games. You could play fucking.
And the food's good.
food is actually
the food's
they,
good.
They have an actual.
How's the
chef.
price?
Excellent.
Yeah.
For the experience you get, like
It's a good
it's
time.
typical like beer and drink prices.
What is that?
Like you know you get a
You don't care.
yeah you don't care. Like if you get a domestic beer, it's like
I don't know.
you get a domestic
What,
beer, it's like
$8?
$3.
Oh, okay. I don't
You
know how much
something
things
imported,
cost.
it's like 7, 8.
Yeah.
Oh, it's close then. It's at 8.
You know they got their drink
Cocktails are
specials.
7, 8.
Good
to
job.
10.
You know what else you're close on? You're close on that Scorpio price too.
But the food prices are actually.
I've
pretty
introduced
fucking
my team
reasonable.
to the
when it
chocolate
is
milk.
announced, I'm gonna be $500.
Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like send you a letter. Or
Oh, for
something.
sure.
Notarized though, yeah.
But you see, I worked in a back door into that whole statement. I said, I'm positive, I'm pretty sure that it is going to be $4.99. I did say that
Okay.
beforehand. I'm pretty
He's
sure it is.
positive it's going
But
to be more
but,
than $4.99.
But the door is open to the above $4.99.
It's not.
Well, they
No.
can always
No.
they can always like Hitler Poland it and just roll in and say it's $780.
Yeah.
It worked out for a good while.
Hitler.
He was pretty successful.
Not Hitler himself.
I mean, he took
the-
what,
the
69
Blitzkrieg.
million of them?
Several years, yeah.
That's a
Several
lot.
years.
That's a pretty high score.
You're about to get PewDiePied.
Yeah, just put the swastika right there.
I'm sure we already have like
Oh.
pictures of him like marching. And
All right.
Hey,
so
we
that's
had,
boxes being
Nazi
mixed in
Jesus.
Jews,
We did have Hitler
Exactly.
Jesus.
Add that
You're
to the
getting
list.
there. You're getting there.
Add that to the list.
Oh.
Just give him, like you said, a
Who
Michael
else can we
Moore.
offend?
Let's go with like a really obscure country that no one is ever mad at, like Madagascar.
Serbia.
The Serbs.
No, Serbia had a rough
We
start.
don't like them because of their sport team on the shooty hoop.
What?
Oh, okay.
They have a great. I mean, that's where freaking.
No,
Um,
they were very good. We didn't like them. That's why they were
oh,
very
gotcha.
competitive.
Oh.
We thought we were going to lose to them.
Competitive.
That's who we won against the.
How about
at
Morocco?
the very end.
You don't see Morocco.
No,
Where's
Morocco
Monaco?
doesn't catch any shit.
Monaco is beside France.
Correct.
Correct.
That's where Monte Carlo is. Shout out to Geocast.
Yeah, I didn't know you were like a globetrotter.
Well, what are you going to do?
I was
the whole
surprised to hear that.
the whole time he was just like,
Alexa,
Alexa, where's
Monaco.
I'm visiting.
I'm
you.
gonna sound so smart when they do that.
I know where
He
places
studied
are.
it this morning. Oh, thanks, Alexa.
She's so handsome.
245 kilometers.
Obviously.
Baton Rouge and 2.6 miles.
Alexa, stop. I like how you could just
Yes,
shut her
Poppy.
All right, that's enough. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you cannot do that with a wife.
You can try.
God damn.
Can't do that.
So, last topic, we'll talk about the best news. It's
Sounds
not
good.
Switch news. There was
GameStop.
nothing this week. It's
Wow.
GameStop news, yes.
GameStop down.
No, not GameStop. Credit card.
Oh shit! The
Oh,
hack.
God.
Well,
Yeah.
John and I were talking about this the other day. It was super funny because it was confirmed that they maybe,
that it's a possibility.
possibly been confirmed that they definitely maybe had credit card
They
fraud.
went to them and said,
Absolutely.
"What's their reason?" They said, "It is definitely possible."
Do you know what's shitty though? They did not. GameStop did not know. It wasn't until a third party was like,
By the way-
someone's selling credit card info from you guys on the internet."
To be
And we just
fair-
bought a lot of it, so you
Yeah.
want to buy it back or not?
To be fair, that is
The last thing they need right now.
highly typical.
Yeah.
at
I mean,
this
it just
point.
happened to Amazon.
Yeah,
Literally,
it's highly
people
typical.
broke in and got online
Nobody
accounts.
knows about it until much later.
Do you
Right.
know, I learned that my favorite game right now, Battlegrounds, is actually run off of Amazon Web Services.
Wow, AWS for the
Everything.
win!
I have a guy.
Most
Oh,
things,
like
are.
Most things
Yeah,
are
it's-
like
it's
Netflix.
Like the day that it went down, everything went down. Hulu was down, Netflix was down,
I have
like,
a-
everything was down.
I have a buddy of
I wasn't
mine who
kidding,
just got
everything.
a job with them as part of their security team, and he said it is intense.
yeah,
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
got. I'd be nervous. So
he
different
also
than me
get-
and Johnny John.
He also gets
oh man, he
he
had no
also
idea.
gets-
TV.
he also gets paid a shit ton of money because he did it for Cisco before he did it for Amazon.
One of the relevant things that runs off of Amazon Web Services, among other things, is PlayStation Network. And that is the primary reason that PlayStation Network downloads are kind of like hit and miss sometimes, even mid-download, because what they do is, like when your system queries the PlayStation Network for, say, you're going to download Neo or whatever, it goes out to all of, I'm not going to get into the technical stuff, but it goes out to several web services. And it splits the download. So it says, we're going to give you this chunk from such and such, this chunk from Amazon, this chunk from wherever. And that's the reason why some of it is awesome. Like, you can be like, oh, it's downloading awesome, and then it'll just
Crap out.
because it got done with the Amazon part and
Now
threw
it's
you
on
somewhere
somebody.
else.
Speaking
In
of,
Madagascar.
you know how we were having issues with Battlegrounds when you came and saw?
Mm-hmm.
First game in Battlegrounds, always shitty, always broken, but then it like kicks up for some fucking reason. They
It's like your first
recently-
kid.
They patched it and now it's not shitty.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really responsive about that.
Shout
Do you
out
want me to tell you
Patchen.
what I think about day one patches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
Abbreviated. Necessary evil of our time.
Fucking sucks. but
Okay,
no.
bye. Wait, I'm looking at the camera like it's still on.
Right.
Yeah.
Wave it. We actually waved, guys.
But yeah.
Shout out to waving.
Can you hear
On the subject of things and updates and stuff like that,
How's Mass Effect?
right now, oh god, I love it. I really do.
You know what? Here's the thing. Everyone shit on that game. I have I have Buddy Joe and Buddy Adam.
Is this the same
Everybody
Joe that
I
I know?
asked, no, there's
Damn
no
it,
way.
there's so many Joes.
Everybody who I asked, so how is it? They're like, it's great.
Right.
That's the end of my story on that.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like once again we get caught up in the idea of shitting on something before it gets out, and then it's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no, it
are there?
came out and then it was shitty.
Yeah, well, it's like, are there problems with every game?
I,
Pretty much,
uh,
yeah. But
yeah.
so
I-
No,
suck it
Last
up.
of Us was perfect.
Oh, literally perfect. 10 out of 10. 11 if they would could have
because
done it, but
they
didn't have
delayed it multiple times and allowed
was
them to do polish.
It was so handsome though. Did you see Joel? Yum, yum, yum,
But they
yum.
should have done that for that. I'm just saying.
But
should've,
I
but-
played Mass Effect last night for about.
I saw 'cause
12
my
minutes.
companion
Oh, you're
app-
getting into it now, huh?
Well, I finally picked it up to play multiplayer. That was the only reason, and it crashed on me 3 times in a row, so I had to delete and reinstall it.
Yeah,
Did you manage
he
to
popped
play
up
the
on my
game?
companion
No,
app.
because I had to re-download everything.
Incidentally,
That's fucking
if I might interject,
I'll allow it.
little thing.
Maybe.
That's one of the nice things about playing multi-platform games on the Xbox is they tend to be a little better because of the Windows connection.
Interesting.
Makes
I
sense
thought you were
too,
saying
though,
because
because
Asians didn't make it.
PlayStation Network was behind Xbox
We
Live
didn't
for a
hit them
long
yet,
time
so.
before it finally caught up.
Well, Mass Effect particularly, as you probably know, You'll have to ask Alexa how long. But for a period of time, Mass Effect, the first game was Xbox exclusive.
Three.
It wasn't available.
Definitely.
It was. It wasn't until they had the
Collection.
collection,
Yeah.
and you technically can't get that physical disc by itself. It has to be the collection disc that has the
If that was still a Xbox only property, that might have been enough to pull me over.
Seriously,
Between that-
Mass Effect?
Between that and Forza.
People love that game. Yeah,
It's great. It's Star Trek and Star Wars combined, and it's a whole
draw
brand new
to
story.
people like me is not the games that I can
Call
only
it
play on
Star
Xbox.
Trek and
it's
Star
that
Wars combined.
Fallout
I
is
don't agree.
a better experience. on
Interesting.
Well, for me, it's a lot of games are a better
Are
experience
the
because my friends are on
all the
there.
mods compatible and work? Like, I heard that there are mods
Not
that are
everything
available,
from
but
PC,
not
but
everything. A good majority
Yeah,
of them. There's
okay.
some PC specific.
is that something
ones.
that updates weekly that people are excited about? Or other mods for Fallout?
I mean, I think
I'm sure there are
some people
forums,
are, but
I'm
it's
sure,
not like
but-
it's
okay.
not like a huge.
I don't know, because like with Destiny, it's like what's coming out this week.
Right.
that
Yeah,
kind of
it's
stuff.
not like a giant. And
I'm sure-
part of the reason for that is because there's like so many of them. It would be hard for you to know what was new this week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, it's all user generated, and some of it is
Yeah.
literally shit. Like everybody's
Yeah.
a cow,
Right.
or like play.
As with most things
That
are
being said,
crowdsourced,
That being said,
a few of them are
Skyrim and the Macho Man Randy Savage mod, God bless that person.
Dude,
whoever
I
made
was
Dragon Ball
playing
shit.
fucking Left 4 Dead, and we turned some of the enemies into John Cena, and like the way you would know they're here is
That would hurt Ben's feelings.
Yeah, the music would literally like like just shitty, loud.
Oh,
Kind of like our podcast.
"Fuck!" Yeah, and you turn it off.
Episode
forever.
16? Nobody cares.
Yeah, no one
Well,
cares.
we're a bunch of jerks,
We
and
are.
that was Circle Jerk episode 16, probably.
girl.
I'm Brooks,
I'm Johnny.
I'm John.
I'm
I'm
Johnny.
Chris.
and we appreciate your time, and I'm sorry about the video. Although you didn't listen this far, so I'm apologizing to nobody.
Well,
That's
Ben.
not true.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Jenny.
No, she didn't watch it because why wasn't Maddie in it?
Right?
Right? I'm sick of not having chicks. Only wieners. All right, bye.
Bye.